Today we are going to be making Rice Krispie bars with peanut butter and chocolate on them. They're going to be like Rice Krispie bar sandwiches. Okay, you'll need 3 cups of marshmallows. The small ones work the best because they melt faster. And you'll need 4 cups of Rice Krispies, 2 or 1 chocolate bar. Depends on how much chocolate you want on it. Creamy peanut butter. The crunchy kind is not the best for this. Nutella also works for it. You just don't use the chocolate on it. You just put the Nutella in. This is how you make it. Right here I have 1 cup of marshmallows, and I sprayed the pan. So that's 1 cup right there. Right here is, I'm just going to count this as a cup. These are like old marshmallows that we don't need anymore. What I'm doing now is I'm going to cook up the, 3 cups of marshmallows, and this right here, this is the spatula you want because it gets all the marshmallows out after, and it's good for cooking. You want to put it on high. And if it starts to get too high, don't let the marshmallows boil. And we're just going to move these around, and if you want, you can use a little extra marshmallows, just don't put too much marshmallows in. Once the marshmallows look to be like this, put the tablespoon of butter in. You can use 2 tablespoons of butter, but I'm only using 1. This butter helps it from sticking at the bottom of the pan, but then it also helps it give it like a little bit of flavor. So I'm just going to get this in there really good. I'm going to give you a little tip about cooking the chocolate. This is 2 candy bars, you can use 1 or whatever you want. Okay, what you do, you put it in there, of course. Set it for 35 seconds, start it, and if you're using 1 chocolate bar, only put it for like 20 seconds. I have 2, so I'm putting it for 35. Now that the chocolate is done, it's been in there for 35 seconds, stir it up a little bit. It's still hard, but look at the sides. The sides will start to melt a little bit, and then you put it back in. This time we're going to put it in for 40 seconds, and you go for 5 every time. Oh, it's been in for 40 seconds now, so altogether it's been in for like 75 seconds. I'm going to stir it around again. You do this to prevent it from heating up too much and burning the chocolate, because if you burn the chocolate, it's not good. Okay, now I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to do it for 45 seconds. There we go. I was in there for 45 seconds. As you can see, it's melted up like that. But when I stick this in and I stir it around a little more, it starts to melt a lot more. Because of all the chocolate in the side of the thing, it gets it really hot in there, and it just melts it. Okay, there's still like little chunks in there. I'm going to put it in for about 30 seconds now. If your chocolate is not done by 30 seconds after you do that, when there's just little chunks in, put it in again for 25 seconds. If it's not done after 25 seconds, put it in for 20, and just keep on going. Marshmallows look like this. It'll take about 5 more minutes because there's still like little chunks in there. And make sure, like look under here, you can see that the flame is only on like low. Right now it's not really high, and you don't want it too high or else they'll bubble, and you don't want it to boil, and so it'll be 5 more minutes or 4. When your chocolate looks like this and it has no chunks in it, it's ready. And make sure it has no chunks in it because it'll give it extra texture and stuff that you don't want in your Rice Krispies. Okay, right now the marshmallows is done. I'm going to put the 4 cups of Rice Krispies in. I'm going to put that bunch in, then I'll stir this around and then put those in. Okay. I'm actually going to keep a little bit out right here. I'm going to keep that out because I don't think we'll need that. You use how much you think you'll need. Like, if you have... Okay, this looks about done right here, and the way you'll know if it's done is there's like no marshmallow at the bottom, no melted marshmallow at the bottom, so this looks good right now. What we're going to do next is we're going to do the second step, is rolling it out. We'll show you in just a second. Make sure you go kind of fast with this, because you do not want the marshmallow to dry out, because it gets really hard to work with. What we're going to do is we got to grab that right here, put it on. That's about one bone, and we need more. Oh, and the reason we put wax paper on here is because this way it'll come out easier, and if we just put it on a pan, it'd be really hard to get out. I'm going to put one more ball on there. There's 3 balls on there now. Okay. Now what we do is we gotta get that down kind of with. What we just did is we put oil on this. You can put butter, whatever you want on it. But right now, I'm just pushing this down into the pan, trying to make it into the shape of the pan. Okay, I have this in the shape of the pan now. Get it in the shape of the pan as best as you can. What I did was I put this back on here like this so the marshmallows didn't get so hard, because you don't want them to get hard, as I said. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the second one. This time you don't need the wax paper, because this is going to be like your serving pan, because this is kind of like a cake kind of, but it's filled with good stuff. What I just did was I greased the pan, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the Rice Krispies in. We are done putting the Rice Krispies in the thing. We are going to put some of this peanut butter in, and make sure that you don't put way too much peanut butter. Just getting this on now. I'm going to put this over this now. I got to get this off the wax paper. Now I have our Rice Krispie treat. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it over that, just like that, and we're going to push it down. Okay, so it's over the peanut butter now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a fork. I'm going to drizzle chocolate on. This is the finished product. It's a really good substitute for birthday cake for people that don't like birthday cake, and it's also a great snack. So I'm leaving because I'm eating this. Enjoy!